Hi guys, how are you today? So, as you can see from the title of this video, today we're going to be doing a first impressions on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, stick foundation, and this one is in the shade 117 to Y225. This is my first time trying any Makeup Forever foundation. I purchased this one from Ulta.com and I'm hoping that this is my shade. I haven't tested it out yet. Like I said, this is the first impression. So I did actually, when I went to IMAX, I picked up the liquid version and I also picked up the concealer, but somehow once I got home it was like gone and it's just disappeared and I haven't found it since, so waste of money, but at least I still have this one. So we're just gonna test this one out, and I have been seeing people use it with a beauty blender, so I'm just gonna use my beauty blender. So first things first, I'm just gonna pin my hair back with these little clips so that my hair is not in the way and I don't get it dirty with foundation, because we all know that that's not cute. So I already washed my face and I already moisturized earlier, about half an hour ago. So my skin is combination, more on the dry side, oily only when I put foundation on. I have no idea why that happens, but yeah, so my skin is normally on the dry side, so I usually have to do like everything in my power to get rid of any dry patches and all that stuff. For me, first impressions with foundation is everything. Usually once I use a foundation only once, I'm already over it if it's bad. So I'm going to start off my face with putting on the Stila One Step Correct primer. I see people usually only put it on half of their face, but for me, I'm going to put it all over. Or yeah, I'm just gonna put it all over. I mean, what's the point? I use primer every single time I do my foundation, so there would be literally no point to not put it on this time. So yeah, I should just do it the way I would do it every other day. So this primer is just gonna get rid of any redness. This is actually gonna add a little bit more coverage, in my opinion, because when the colors blend, they kind of like match my actual skin tone. Because if you guys didn't know, the One Step Correct primer is actually 3 different colors. It is purple, green, and peach, and those are basically color correcting. Once they mix, it's kind of like my skin tone, so it adds a little bit of coverage. I sometimes wear it like if on one of those days I don't really want to wear makeup but I want my skin to look good, I'll put that on. Now we're gonna go on with the Makeup Forever foundation. So this is the packaging. It's literally a stick. I've heard some people, when you look online, it actually says you're only supposed to use this like like for spots, not like all over your skin. So this one actually has a lot less product than an actual regular like liquid foundation would. This one is 0.44 ounces, and usually a foundation is 1 ounce. So it's literally less than an ounce for this. I mean, let's just pull it all up to see how much is actually in this. I mean, that's a good amount. If you're using it every single day, I don't know how well that would be, but yeah, it looks like a good amount. So let's just, I guess, just do it straight from here. I'm just gonna do, I usually see people do less than this, but since I have a lot of redness, I really want to get rid of it. So as you can see, I did 3 lines on each side of my face. I did a little tiny dot on my chin, a little line on my nose, and basically this is one swipe, just not together, but 2 stripes on my forehead. So let's just blend this out and see what happens. So I'm usually not into full coverage foundations, so I'm really curious to see how this works because I've heard most people say that it is a full coverage foundation. I don't think I would agree with that just yet. I'm actually just gonna spritz my beauty blender with some Fix Plus, dab it a little bit on my hand before I go in and blend out with it. It's definitely not full coverage because you can see this right here. I'm just gonna try and see if it'll tone that down a little bit if I use a little bit more. See if it's a little bit buildable. Did get rid of some, but it's still there. So from right now, it does look nice. Doesn't look too cakey. So my foundation usually wears off right here first out of everywhere, just because I have almost like a little it's not a wart, I forgot the name for it. It's like a little ball, like it looks like a little pimple. I've tried to squeeze it so many times, it just does not. It's just a little ball and it has like water in it, but I've had it for about 2 years now and it just doesn't go away. I'm just gonna add a little bit more right here also, a little bit more coverage right there, because you already know this girl is pink, okay? And I actually do want a little bit more coverage right here, so I'm just gonna add a little bit more there too. I wonder if I'm using too much. I usually see literally people do one stripe, one stripe, one stripe, and they're done. But you know, everyone's different. Probably have a smaller face than I do. Okay, so as of right now, my skin looks great. I love how it looks. Yeah, I love how it looks. So like I said, my skin is very much on the dry side. This foundation hasn't, right now, as what I can see, it hasn't clung to any areas. It hasn't settled in any lines or anything like that, and I'm so happy about that because usually it happens right away. So now I'm just going to finish off my makeup and then I'll be back later to tell you how it goes. Hello again, everyone. So I just finished doing my makeup. It did settle a little bit around the nose area, but it could be that I just didn't blend it out well enough. Sometimes I forget about it. Everything blended really beautifully. I love how the finish is. It looks so gorgeous. I've honestly, this is probably going to be like my favorite foundation to use from now on, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know. I'll be back in a little bit just to tell you how everything is. Hello again, guys. I'm sorry that, as you can see, it is a different day. I have my makeup different. I'm wearing different clothes. It is a different day. I did finish reviewing it. I did take notes throughout the day. I didn't get home until really late, so I couldn't film the rest for the day. So today I'm just gonna give you the rest of the update. So I did take notes in case I didn't film because I kind of had the feeling I wasn't going to be able to. So I did take notes. So at 7:33 in the PM, which was about almost 8 hours of it on, I did notice it was a little cakey on like the chin area and on the forehead, like right in the middle of my brows, and then like it kind of settled into some lines. Like on my forehead I have this like line from doing this right there that it always settles into, so it's kind of normal, so I wasn't really upset about it. I mean, it's normal for me, especially for 8-hour wear. It also did wear off right here on my nose where I had mentioned that I had like a little wart type thing where it's basically like water bubble on my nose. It did wear off there. Then I also took another note at 11:56 when I got home that night. No changes, still held up at almost 12 hours. So I put it on, I believe it was around like 12:30 something, and I got home around basically 12. And I took it off, and it was exactly the same as it was 8 hours, and pretty much the same as since I put it on. The only difference was that it wore off around the little wart thing that I told you guys about, and it did settle into that line on my forehead, and then it did kind of like bunch up around my chin and right in here, which usually does for me. But the foundation really held up. That was my review. The foundation was amazing. I loved it. So 1 out of 5, I would definitely rate this foundation a 4.5. The only reason why I'm not giving it a total 5 is because of the fact that it is half an ounce instead of a full ounce like a normal foundation would be. Other than that, the foundation was amazing and I love it, and I'm definitely going to be using a lot of it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want more first impressions, or is there anything that you want me to do a first impression on, just leave it in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like me, please subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy your day today. I love you. Mwah. Bye.